fully stand with the figures that were given initially in the report here. And Honorable Speaker, it is also worth noticing that as this report is moved, we do not have now the aggression that the committee have when they initially presented their report.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving me this opportunity to contribute this. I'll be short. I'll be very brief, Mr. Speaker, because at 11:30 I'll be taking the oath of office as a commissioner. I'm quite amused about that. I'm quite happy. Mr. Speaker, sir, I sat in the mediation committee, and indeed, we as the senators were quite firm that the amount that we had suggested of 400 plus would remain untouched. We pushed, Mr. Speaker, we listened to our counterparts, and I want to agree with the colleague Senator Beatrice that indeed we had insisted we need and we must be the 400. However, Mr. Speaker, sir, at times it takes a bit of courage to be able to give in, and especially aware of the situation that the country is in. We realized that there are no people who are served by the national or the county government, and we did realize that the situation and the physical space that the country is moving around. Then in the spirit of give and take, we said, Mr. Speaker, we must, to ensure that the counties do not come to a halt, we must come to an agreement. Mr. Speaker, sir, in every mediation, it is the spirit of give and take that governs people. The emotional intelligence that's required for us to be able to come to a conclusion, because looking at the fact that we will be shortly moving for recess, and the county government will also be doing the same, we asked ourselves very hard questions. And that is why, Mr. Speaker, we said, yes, promoting devolution, upholding devolution, ensure figure, Mr. Speaker, with heavy heart that we agreed to the relatively reduced figure of 387.4. Mr. Speaker, sir, having said that, it is also very, very important that we also tell our colleagues, the governors, that yes, austerity measures as being practiced by the national government. The fact that the national government had reduced its budget by over 380-something billions. And I like what Senator Sifuna said, that we needed to see the breakdown of these figures. But as we look down at those figures, as we interrogate those figures, Mr. Speaker, let our counties not come to a halt. And I remember the majority leader has just said he received several calls. I did also receive such a calls from my governor telling us, yes, our county is in dire need and something must be done. Mr. Speaker, sir, we made that decision to bridge the gap so that we do not cripple the activities of the county government. This, Mr. Speaker, sir, as we sat with the members of the National Assembly, as we try to push and harden on our position, that we as the promoters and protectors of devolution, that we are not going to take any cut. It was not lost to us that even we here in the Senate, our committees, the other drivers of the Senate business have also had to face a budget cut, because that is the reality and the situation as it is. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, sir, as I urge my colleagues to support the mediated fashion, I would want to tell them, yes, it is with heavy hearts that we in the mediation committee did accept this position, but we know moving forward, Mr. Speaker, and we agreed, we need to unbundle all the functions and make sure that we inject the budget that goes with it. It is in this spirit, Mr. Speaker, sir, in the spirit of give and take, in the spirit of knowing that we are one nation, serving one people, that we must be prepared at times to take compromising positions where we accommodate our people, because service delivery to any part of Kenya, to any Kenyan, regardless of they're being served by the national or the county government, is success for Kenyans. And this, Mr. Speaker, sir, is what informed our accepting this